For years, three numbers have saved lives. Everyone knows it if you stay in the U.S., 911. And somehow, people just instinctively knew if I needed help to call 911. But maybe you haven't got to that point yet. Maybe you're not quite there. There's three more numbers that can save a life, your life, 988. I know that there's some things that are going on in your life that aren't going the way that you expected it to go. There are some things happening in your life that you didn't quite see going in that direction, but you're still here. You're still breathing. You still got up this morning. You put on your clothes and you did not sit back and just wait for life to pass you. You went and lived. You got up and moved. I know it's somebody right now who needs to hear this message, but you matter. I care. People care. There's somebody that you don't know that you did something for that changed their whole entire life. And that matters. It means something. So before you make a decision that we have to live with, make a decision that you can live with. Make a decision that allows us to get to see the best parts of you, that allows us to get to hear your voice, see your smile, understand and feel your laughter. I'm not asking you to be the world's greatest hero to the world. I'm asking you to be a hero to yourself. Three numbers, 988. Because whether you know it or not, tomorrow needs you. So stay. Now let's talk football.
The king of the jungle. If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas. But I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality. Welcome to Detroit. Welcome to Detroit. They're going to feel us today. We play our better football. One, two, three.
Pride Nation, what up, though? Welcome back to another episode. My brother was trying hard to get on yesterday. I really was. But unfortunately, I have to make sure I do things to pay those bills. I have to make sure that I do things to cover those bills, good people. Shout out to you if you're here with me today. I'm pretty sure I'm going to upset a few people today. Let me get my disclaimers out the way. If you are 100% fanboy looking for fandom on top of fandom on top of fandom, this ain't the show for you today. This show is about being realistic. This show is about making sure that we do things a certain way and that we are doing things that set us up for success. So if you're one of those people who only want to hear something that pushes your fandom to a new level, this ain't the show today. This ain't it. We're going to celebrate the win, but we're going to be realistic about that win. We're going to be for real about that win. Just want to give you that disclaimer real quick. Just want to put it out there, all right? Before I get this thing popping, let me see who in the building with me. We got Giovanni Lion in the building. Midwest Lion is in the building. Looney Tune is in the building. Friendly Neighborhood Lions fan is in the building. BD Buster's in the building. Black Spirit is in the building. The Single Dads Club is in the building. Gino is in the building. My better-looking twin from Roar the Lions UK, Anthony, is in the building. Ed W. is in the building. Hollywood Boner is in the building. We got my man Noel in the building. Shout out to you. That man is just getting ready to finish up his training to serve this country. So salute to you, sir. All right. The family good, brother. Appreciate you for asking. We got my man Marcus Willis in the building. Perry Ball is in the building. Mars Landon is in the building. that fan man is in that building. We got Dan Spanos in the building. Let me see. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. If you win here, throw something up in there so I can see it. We got Kobe out here in the building. All right, people, listen. Let me get to the nuts and bolts of all this. All right. Let me get to the nuts and bolts of all of this because I think it matters. All right. I think it matters to get to the nuts and bolts of this. All right. The Detroit Lions beat the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm happy. My goal is to do the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's get into the good of this game. Okay. The Lions said that the bulk of the carries were going to go to Jahmyr Gibbs. And you know what? They were not lying. I know it may not seem like a whole lot right now, but them 17 carries that they gave, with 4 carries going to Craig Reynolds, 3 going to Bam Knight, 1 going to St. Brown, Jared Goff running for 5 of them, Kabenda getting 1. That's 31 rushing attempts total, but scratch that. Let's just focus on the running backs. With the running backs alone, they ran the ball 24 times and 17 of them went to Jahmyr Gibbs. Kudos to you for being able to succeed that. Kudos to you for making sure that you gave your guy a chance. Kudos to them. I loved every bit of that. To the fact that the defense showed up and showed out. Loved every bit of that. I loved what the tight end did. I love what the quarterback did. I love that we were able to go in with our minds clear, fixed, and not focusing on what we didn't achieve against the Seahawks and beat the Falcons. That's all the good stuff. That's all the things that you want to see. Shout out to you. If you was at that game, shout out to you. I've been in some games where you can hear a rat piss on cotton. I'm watching it on TV, and I had to put the closed caption on because people kept sending me messages like they loud. I say, oh, really? And I have a really good surround sound. So I can hear it as if I'm there. You showed up and you showed out. That's what's supposed to happen. That's what you're supposed to get when you're doing your job. A fan base who comes in with high expectations where you're going to show up and show out. That's what's supposed to go down. And the Lions came in and did just that. Made me proud. Had me like, yo, that's how we get it done. That's how you get it done. Let's talk about that crowd. Man, that crowd really caused the Falcons problems. It was evident at every level. It was evident on offense, defense, special teams. And when the offense went out there, you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Oh, salute to you, you beautiful men and women who went out there and acted a fool. You understood the assignment and you showed up. That's how it gets done. And I loved every bit of that. I love every bit of that. I love how the Detroit Lions decided to play a smart game of field position. I love that. Would I have been mad if he went for it from the 4th downs? Nope. I understand what it is. Nobody ever gets mad at Steph Curry when he missed a bunch of threes. They only seem to remember when he hit the threes. You have to live and die by some of these things. And I don't have a problem living and dying by a person who wants to give you a chance. I love what I saw from that game. Every individual performance I love, but there are some performances that I think stood above the rest. And it's not because Laporta got a touchdown. It's because that every time the ball was thrown to him, I swear there wasn't a person within 5 yards of him. Like how he just keeps finding space is beyond me. It's beautiful to see it. And then what he do afterwards is even better. Half the time, they need 4 and 5 people to bring him down because he wants more yards. And I loved every bit of that. I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was brilliant. Laporta put out there. I thought the offensive line did okay, especially given the fact that you had Skipper out there and Matt Nelson, which Matt Nelson I believe it's out for the season. So to you Matt Nelson people who can't stand him, you get a win. That's another good for you. But I chose the particular thumbnail that I have up for a reason. Because the interior part of that defense was the driving force for this win. And it started with 54. And people are going to tell you different, but I'm assuring you right now that what Aleem McNeil did this whole game set the tone. To all you Aleem McNeil people who sat there and said he hot garbage and all, to hold his beer. This is what he's been doing. And when you go back and you look at the game where Falcons went against the Packers, they D tackles weren't doing this, and they got some dogs over there. He dominated the guards in the center. Raised hell on earth the entire time. It literally set the trend up. Everything about it. To the people who didn't want to say it, didn't want it to be out there in the media, the Lions have won 2 games because of defense. I'm going to say it again. The Lions have won 2 games because of defense. Feel free to at me. 2 games they've won because of defense. You want the guy that's calling it to be fired. I got it. Still a good. Still a good. You know, Brian Branch. That damn mutant. He got to be a mutant. There's no way possible you're going to convince me that Brian Branch is not a mutant. It's not possible. It almost seemed like he was Nightcrawler. Every damn time I looked up, he got a ball. Like he teleported there. In fact, I'm going to start calling him Nightcrawler because he finds the ball. He don't care who got it. He don't care how they got it. What he knows is the ball is there. I need to be by the ball. There was at least 3 penalties on him that I was like, so that's a penalty. I understand this new NFL, but that's a penalty. So come on now. I could care less about that. The horse collar, listen, everybody saw a horse collar. Here's what I saw. You have any idea how strong Bijan Robinson is? And if you look at the measurements between Bijan Robinson and Brian Branch, for this man to be falling down and to use his arm to pull this man down, this damn mutant. Somebody call Professor X. Somebody to go get that man. That mutant out there doing too much. That's Nightcrawler. That's something different. And I was happy to see it. I loved every bit of that. I thought to myself, man, this is how you do it. These are the kind of players you want to find. When he popped the running back, and yes, I know the helmet came off. I can care less. Half them football players don't strap up right any damn way. It's like they just think it's sweeter or something. I don't know. I don't care about the helmet popping off. The helmet popping off didn't bother me. I don't care. That didn't have anything to indicate any type of thing. It's the direction Bijan Robinson went. That's what got me going. That's what got my blood boiling. That's what got me lit. That's what had me ready to lace him back up again. Beginning to end, Brian Branch set the tone. Set the tone. If you played next to Brian Branch in that game and you weren't able to do anything, you're probably not going to be on this team after this year. The energy he brings is unheard of. Shout out to Penei Sewell. I'm going to tell you why. Penei Sewell made it very clear. It's time to stop all this talk and play. I personally believe that was a shot towards Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I believe that. I know this is going to seem like, oh, it's not. Yes, it was. He tired of the talking. All this talking for you not to come up and show up and then you make dumb decisions. Which brings me to my next point. Another good, Tracy Walker. And I know somebody gonna be like, yeah, but he dropped 2 interceptions. They just instead of it being an interception, it's a pass defend. You will be all right. Relax. That's what I want to see. The passing lane's getting disrupted. Aiden Hutchinson putting the hand out there, batting passes down. I want to see every player step up. I want to see every player step up. But it started with 2 players. 2 players. Aleem McNeil and Brian Branch. Do y'all realize the task that they gave Brian Branch? They told Brian Branch, we need you to keep an eye on Kyle Pitts. We can't have Kyle Pitts doing the damn thing. I need you to keep him on there. My man Whiskey. He says 4 years later and still won't let me super chat. This man is too consistent. When I figure out a good cause for it to go towards, I will do it. That's my thing. This is a family affair. Everybody here loves this team. We love football. And that's why we here. I'm just happy you here. I appreciate you for being here, Whiskey. That's all I need, is you to be here. But I want people to understand something. This game had a lot of great moments. It had a lot of good things going on. But there was also some bad. There was also some bad. And some false narratives that I can't rock with. I'm not finna play that game. Some of the bad things that I did not like was Ben Johnson's play calling. Was too damn conservative for my liking. Said Luke, donate to children with autism. I do. 2 of my nephews are autistic, and I also donate to them. And because Kurt Steele, shout out to them, one of the world's greatest dads. His son is autistic, and so I donated whenever he posted the autism awareness months and the different little things that he do. But yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. That might be a good cause, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got reason in there, you know. So hey, but the bad. I don't know what's going on with Ben Johnson. I really don't. First of all, we should. How many screens did you see go to the Gibbs this past week? Come on, chat. I need you on this one. How many screens you seen go to Gibbs this week? I'm not talking about passes out the backfield. I'm talking about screens. Now, Steve-O says this guy that always says run the ball thinks the play calling was conservative. It was. It absolutely was. And guess what? I also said before this game, I said the Lions should not go into this game trying to stop the run. That's what I said. I said you need to affect the quarterback. And then what I did was I showed why you should affect the quarterback. I showed how they had young guys at guard, center, how they had people who was not of significance at tackle. And I said we need to dominate this. And what do you know? They affected the damn pass. Yeah, run that ball. I'm also the same one that kept telling people that DeAndre Swift is a 3-down back, and it is not no 3rd down back, no situational. I told you that let the man run the ball. All he's doing is proving me right every single chance he gets. Now, all I'm pointing out is when you go through and you look at this, I'm going to give you a fun fact on why this is some conservative BS. Because it was too conservative to the point where I was disgusted. And I wasn't disgusted because I just wanted to be mean or anything like that. But I want you to understand something. 13 plays. They took 13 plays, went 73 yards. Right on the 73-yard drive late in the second quarter. And they had 5 chances to score from the goal line to go situation, and they took a damn field goal because he was too afraid to call something that pushed the ball into the end zone. And that's just one example. That's not me trying to overdo it. Here's another narrative I don't believe. They did not stop the run. That's another bad. They did not stop the run. That's just not true. That's just not true. If you take your love of the Lions out of it and put yourself on the other side of the ball with the Falcons, you telling me giving B. John Robinson 10 carries is them running the ball? That's them stopping the ball. They're stopping the run. The Falcons stopped the run. The Falcons were idiots. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is another good shout out to Dan Campbell for saying, oh, it's going to be one of them kind of games? you just gonna come out and decide that this is how you want to go for it. Oh, okay. But this idea that the Lions stopped the run is not true. It's not. And as much as I would love to be on that train with you, that's not true. That didn't happen. Now, somebody gonna say, Luke, but they did though. You know, you're not giving them all the, you're not looking at it, Luke. All right, listen. I told you this ain't gonna be the show for you. They did not commit to the run at all. And anybody with a half a brain can see it. It's the first drive of the game. Let's look at it. 1st and 10, pass short. Why are you passing here? 2nd and 3rd. 2nd and 3rd. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Incomplete pass. Punt. Let's talk about our conservative play calling because we got to fix this. There needs to be more sense of urgency and aggressiveness in our play calling on the offensive side of the ball as well as on the defensive side of the ball. You have to keep it ramped up. You can't play like this and expect to just, we're going to come up. No, you're going to leave a lot of teams in games they shouldn't have been in. The Lions should have been they should have been in the top 3 teams of scoring this week. If Miami put up 70, if the Chiefs put up 46 or 47 or whatever what they put up, we should have had at least freaking 47, 49. We missed too many opportunities. Incomplete pass. Gibbs run. Pass. Punt. Now, here we go. Back to the Falcons. They run the ball here. Right? They come here again. Pass. Pass. Like, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Tried to run the quarterback. Sack. Oh, there's another pass. You can't get a sack without a pass. Sacked again. Back to back. Like Drake. We did not stop the run. For some reason, they abandoned it. And I'm happy they did. I believe that Art came out and was like, oh, this is how the Seattle Seahawks beat them. We're going to do the same thing. Nope. And I'm just pointing out that was the bad part. To prove it, let's listen to the Atlanta Falcons radio, home station. Their home station talking about what happened in this game.
Of course, Dave Archer will have that, the player segment as well. But Mike Bell, I don't know if I've been as frustrated as watching this team play, this version of this Falcon team play so far this season. I know we're only 3 weeks in and we were 2-0, and I get it. We're 2-1 now. But guys, what was this offensive line doing? What were they attempting to do? And Mike, the thing that really rubbed you and I the wrong way yesterday as we were texting back and forth, and I was saying to Mike, which I rarely say, I don't get this. I don't understand what we're trying to do. And what we mean by that, Atlanta, is where is the creativity with this offense? Last year, guys, we rushed for 2,700 yards and we're 3rd in the league in rushing. Make the main thing the main thing. This is a better football team, allegedly, and yet, Mike, we ran the ball, 20 total times yesterday for, 44 yards. That's embarrassing. And more importantly, if the main thing is the main thing, Mike, Why were we not attempting to run the football yesterday if that's supposed to be the main thing?
I mean, it's a question I asked. I was happy as hell they didn't run it. I was excited that they refused to run the ball. But to say that we stopped it, it's a lie. It's a lie. This right here, when we come up here to the box score, 10 carries for B. John Robinson is not commitment. 7 carries to Tyler Algier is not commitment. You ran the ball 17 times between your two running backs. He had a run of 11. You were just not running the ball. You tried to do all this you passed. Like, the man threw the ball 38 times. And before somebody decided to go down this memory lane of saying, well, they were down, Luke, the game was not that far out of reach for them to abandon the run. That's a fallacy. And kudos to Dan Campbell for taking advantage of people's stupidity. Kudos to Dan Campbell for calling a spade and being like, oh, y'all gonna try to pull this stuff? All right, bet. Kudos to him. Which brings me to another good point. Talking about my man's, Aaron Glenn, I swear, I can't make this up. I feel like this is what happened, and I could be wrong, but I feel like this is what happened when Aaron Glenn went to his defense all practice, and before this game started, I feel like this is what Aaron Glenn did when the game happened.
Defense on me.
All right. Now, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure that
They remember forever the night they played the Titans.
45 yards. Leave no doubt.
I swear I feel like that's what happened. I swear I feel like he told them, take everything, leave no doubt. Give them nothing. And our offense couldn't even generate enough points. I wanted to see more scoring. Should have had at least 50. Should have had at least 50. I swear he came in and told them, leave no doubt. Give them nothing. I swear he had it in his heart and soul that he did not want them to come out with nothing. I can feel it in the air tonight. I swear he was so clear about it. He was so clear about it. I swear I feel like Aaron Glenn had them boys ready to go. And the tone setter was a guy that we didn't even talk about. I didn't see no media really talk about it. I know that Brian Branch deserved every ounce of it because he does. He was literally the best thing out there going. But Aleem McNeil was a tone setter. Disrespectful, disruptive, no cares in the world. It ain't popping. He literally told defense, get over here. I need y'all over here. Get on me. On me. Don't you give up another yard. And then the Falcons was like, well, we're not going to run the ball. And he went, oh, okay, they're going to make themselves one-dimensional? Go get the quarterback. That's what he did. I feel like that's what happened. I feel like at some point in time, it went just like, I'm going to do it one more time for the people who may have missed it. I feel like Aaron Glenn did just this.
Defense on me.
All right. Now, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure
that they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
45 yards. Leave no doubt.
I believe that happened. I believe that's how it went down. I could be wrong. But I believe that's how it went down. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But I cannot act like 10 carries A little bit childish. 10 carries to Bijan Robinson. Oh, you stopped them. That's BS. And I feel like, again, the Falcons are not that good of a team. But I do not believe that we stopped the run. I believe that they stopped themselves from running. And I know people are going to argue that that's just not true because they don't want to hear it, but that's the reality. Because here's a fun fact for you. Bijan Robinson had 5 carries at halftime. I'm going to say this to you again. Bijan Robinson had 5 carries at halftime where the score was 13-3 after they missed the field goal. 5 carries is what he had. They had a total of 8 rushing attempts at halftime to 16 passes. He finishes the game with 38 passing attempts to a total for their whole entire team rushing of 20 rushing attempts for 44 yards. They never committed to the run. The quarterback ran twice because he was in panic mode trying to get something going on one play, and the other one he couldn't get away. They could not run the ball. And it wasn't because we stopped it. It's because they gave up on the run. They just gave up. I was happy as hell. By halftime, we had already had 4 sacks. We had already had 4 sacks by halftime. Like, I wish I could make this up. That's true story. True story. We had already had 4 sacks. And the Lions did not stop the run. They just refused it. Let's finish listening to the Falcons home radio talk about it.
To run the football yesterday, if that's supposed to be the main thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. And it was pretty much a close game. It wasn't really a blowout for that last touchdown. I mean, you were within it. It was either 1 or 2 possessions the whole way. So I felt for whatever reason, they never committed to the run off the jump, and then they abandoned it later. And you and I, as Carl and I were texting during the game, we thought, and we told you guys before the season, especially, we were out of camp, Bijan in the slot. If you can't, like, if they're jailbreaking over you, get the ball out, whoop, slant, quick hits. How about, more wide receiver screens? Use the athleticism. Where are the mismatches? Where was the imagination to counter what Detroit was doing? Because I get it. Some days your plan has to go out the window. You got to have a counter. And we had nothing. And Ritter, look, I said game manager earlier in the year. He looked like he couldn't even be a game manager in this game. His decision making was terrible, and I understand that once the pressure just continuously wore him down, he was getting his guys killed out there. Sometimes just throw it away. Don't throw it to your player to get crushed by a linebacker or a safety. And then just the progression, it was just a whole thing. None of it made any sense to me. None of it.
He doesn't look comfortable in the pocket, and I understand why.
He shouldn't look he should look very uncomfortable when he played us. Y'all had a very young offensive line. And I'm telling y'all, if you watch this game closely, the interior killed it. Bonito, Bugs, you, Steve-O, Midwest Lion, Big T, me. If you was in the middle of that defense, you whooped ass. And they was good at it. He could never step up in the pocket. He caused havoc nonstop every time he snapped the ball. You had somebody up the middle forcing the pocket back. Dog walking them. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So they gave up on the run. And they made adjustments and pinned their ears back and was like, you know what? Go get the quarterback. And everybody got in on it, starting with Benito first. Then came Derek Barnes. Then Jack Campbell. And at this point, it just kept going down the hill. Aleem McNeil. They was on that boy ass harder than flies on shit. It was amazing. Every time he dropped back, he had got so tired of being harassed, he was just throwing the ball to the wind. That's how it's supposed to look every freaking Sunday. That's why when I say, look, against the Seattle Seahawks, it was poor execution from the team. This time, I thought it was poor execution slightly from the offense. A little too conservative in the play calling. And for the people who don't know, Why I say that, let's look at the Detroit Lions halftime stats. Jared Goff at halftime had 21 passing attempts to 13 rushes. 13 rushes. They had only gave the ball 9 times to Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 times to Bam Knight, 1 time to Craig Reynolds. In case you weren't counting, that's 12 rushing attempts for 42 yards. Give the damn ball to the people. Give the ball to the people. Too conservative. Some of them play calls, I'm like, bro, why are we doing this? They was 1-6 on third down. We were 2-6 at halftime. They had 1 rushing first down, so did we. I'm telling you, it was too conservative. They gave up 4 sacks. And we couldn't take the advantage that we were supposed to take. And I love History Midwest Lion. I'm already listening. I know some of y'all came in a little late, but I'm already talked about it. That goddamn Branch is a mutant. My new name for him is Nightcrawler. I swear I don't understand how he keep teleporting by the ball. I have a hard time watching that game and telling you where I couldn't see him by the ball. Go back and look at the highlights. Hell, damn that. Go watch the game again. Tell me how many times you counted him not being by the ball. It's gonna be harder for you to tell me how many times he was not by the ball versus it was for you to tell me how many times he was by. He was teleporting. He was doing it quick. He's Nightcrawler. He's a fucking mutant. He don't mind contact. I mean, where does this come from? You want to put him in slot? He plays slot. You want to put him at safety? He plays safety. I'm almost getting to the point now where I'm convinced you could put him on the outside. Why not? The dude's a goddamn mutant. I don't know where they make them at. How it's done or what, but whatever they doing, I need some of that. I need to see some more of that. I need to see some more of that. That dude was in the building before the Lions and the fans got in the building. He was already there in spirit. That's why he's now up for vote on Rookie of the Week, which is another good. But if you think that the Lions stopped the run, you're going to be upset. You're going to be really upset. Because these other teams is not going to play this. I expect the Lions to beat the brakes off of the Packers. I expected them to beat the brakes off of the Falcons. I expected them to beat the brakes off of the Hawks. But at the end of the day, you didn't give up a touchdown. And every article that I saw had a bunch of false narratives that did not go to the truth. I would have expected to see a whole bunch of articles talking about Brian Branch. It wasn't. I even had a post on my community on this YouTube channel where I put up a post that the Lions posted immediately that says Aiden Hutchinson's 2 sacks lead the Lions to a win over the Falcons. What? Bruh, what are you talking about? That didn't happen. The first sack that he got was at like the 6 minutes and like a few seconds on the clock. The last sack that he got was at the 2-minute mark. Then I had people in my Discord telling me, oh, well, his sacks is what sealed the game. The game, when he got his sacks, was still 20-6. They needed 2 to 3 possessions to even win the game. It was sealed already. Seriously. They stopped running the ball because they were stupid. They decided to try to do the same thing that the damn Seahawks did. We're going to throw it on them. That's how we're going to get them. Like, what, you play right to our strength. And Aiden Hutchinson was right. He talked about complimentary football. They did this time. But for all these media outlets to quickly run and give credit to Aiden Hutchinson, I'm like, this is bullshit. Because if you watch that game, the headline should have said, on the heels of Branch, on the heels of Laporta. The hell, I'd have been fine. They said the defense leads them Lions to a win. You're going to go and put it on it's Aiden Hutchinson. Get the hell out of here. They could run the ball against us. What are you talking about? It's not true, Dan. It's not true. I just told you the man had 5 rushing attempts at halftime. He finished the game with 10. B. John Robinson. That's like telling me we did try to run the ball with Barry Sanders, but we gave him the ball 10 times. Seriously? Seriously. Come on, man. Come on. I think they used the word lead. Here is just that he had the most 2 for him, 1 for Branch, the other guy. So he lead the team with 2, you know? Huh? That's cap. That's cap. Aiden Hutchinson's 2 sacks leads the Lions to a win over the Falcons. His 2 sacks leads the Lions to a win over the Falcons. That's what it say. That's a lie. That's a lie. Brian Branch was more impactful than Aiden Hutchinson. Aleem McNeil was more impactful than Aiden Hutchinson. And Aiden Hutchinson had a really good game. But he was not more impactful than those guys. And this is why Pro Football Focus is hot garbage. Because how in the hell is Aiden Hutchinson graded higher than Branch and McNeil? And they literally were the reason that things got McNeil harassed the hell out of it. Like, I can't even make this up. This is evident on every level. Shout out to my man All 22 Films, because he's pushing a lot. And I'm happy he's doing it because he understands his base. He understands what people are doing. I'm not going to show you too much from the video because I really want you to watch his video. I really do. So I'm not going to show you too much of it. But I just want to show you, and this is earlier in the game, Aleem McNeil right here. First of all, look at this right here. I want y'all to see how beautiful this is. Look at this. Center, guard, tackle. Aleem McNeil. Look at it. They got my man so far out here. They're like, bro, you're going to have a long day. But look, peep the game, though. Let me make sure I even got it on the screen. I got to make sure I got it on the screen. I know we still trying to convince each other that, you know, oh, these things happen, but that's not what happened. He just wasn't. I know he wasn't the highlight of the game. I know he wasn't. Here comes the Hutchinson slander. It's not slander. He had a good game. He did not lead the Lions to a win. If you disagree with that statement, then prove it. If they would have said Branch leads Lions to a win, you wouldn't have heard me say shit. You know why? Because that's the truth. We saw it. Kyle Pitts couldn't do nothing. Receivers couldn't do nothing. He literally teleported with his mutant ass to every single person. It was impressive. It was a beautiful thing to see. That title's misleading. But I don't want to show y'all the whole thing. I just want you to go subscribe. My man's over there putting a lot of Lions content out for us. He's better at this than I am. And I love it. Watch Aleem McNeil right here. Just watch him. Just watch him. Now, they highlighting Hutchinson on this. But watch Aleem McNeil. Just watch this. Good grief. How, Sway? How? Look what dog is that? Why he tried to throw the ball. Look at this. Now, I don't count this as a pressure because he caught the ball. It's a positive. But look at this. Look, this is not cool. He didn't get no love He was the closest thing to the quarterback. That's how you set the tone, but I don't count it as a pressure. I only count pressures when it's a negative play. When it's a negative play. Watch Aleem McNeil again. Watch Hudson. He's highlighting this for you. Watch. Stop playing, man. Look at this. I saw this in real time and went, oh my God. And everybody at the time thought that this sack was going to Aiden Hutchinson, who, by the way, is getting double teamed by a tight end, 2 tight ends. But by that point, it was already over because Aleem McNeil had did the damn thing. I told you, if you came here looking for fan fluff and a reach around, I ain't the one. I ain't the one for that. I'm giving you truth. This game was beautiful for a lot of reasons. Not the 7 sacks. The fact that they was able to disrupt their rhythm. The fact that they was able to say, you know what, you're going to pass the ball, cool. But this idea that, oh, well, we stopped the run. That's just not true. That's just not true. Hutch being double teamed, but y'all claim he didn't get doubled at all, only chipped in one-on-ones. Please don't have me embarrass you. I love me some you, but don't have me do this. Don't have me do this. Now, I showed you what I wanted you to show because I wanted you to go watch his video, but please don't have me embarrass it now. I don't want to be that guy. Just know that I did my research. So when I'm saying what I'm saying, yeah, he did have some one-on-ones. And yeah, he did not win those. He getting double teamed by two punk-ass tight ends. But the play was already dead because Aleem McNeil took care of that. So please don't make me do it. I don't want to do it. But to act like this is what I hate about us as fans. This is what I hate about us as fans. We act like we can't be critical or objective over this damn team until they suck ass and is losing a bunch of games and now everybody got an excuse. You can't get better until you understand where your weaknesses lie at. You think he the only one getting double teamed in the NFL? You think that's what it was? He the only one getting that? He the only one out here getting double teamed. That's what you think? I cannot stand it no more with this fan base acting like we can't be critical of our damn team. How are we supposed to get better if we can't be critical of the team? When we only want to see highlights and what they did good. You got people in here who refuse to be objective because they're a fan of a damn college. They're a fan of the player. Be a fan of the team. Be a fan of the team first. I love Ndamukong Suh. I love Herman Moore. I love the Lions more. You can be replaced. I want people who can play. Be objective. Be objective. Out here rooting for college teams and people that they in love with, but not being objective. Now I'm trying to be objective, but y'all won't let me. Let me show you just one of the many examples. And when you go and watch the tapes, just a bunch of them out there, feel free to take a look at them. Here's your guy, Hutchinson. See, I didn't even want to go here. I wanted to highlight other people who contribute to this win instead of these false-ass narratives for a guy we took second overall. Let's talk about our guy here. Now, as a guy who's played, this is the worst swim move I've ever seen in my entire life. Look how freaking high he is. This man's helmet damn near his crouch. What swim move is this? Giving up his whole entire chest. Where's the double team at? Where? You try this finesse move and this is what happens. You just give up your chest, and now what? Be objective. Stop rooting for fucking players and root for the team. This is a one-on-one battle. He didn't win it. He didn't get a pressure. He wasn't near the quarterback. You know who was? Aleem McNeil. Come on, man. The Lions did good. But as his fan base, you got to stop with the BS. Stop with it. Yeah, he played great. So if he played great, what did Branch play? What words you use for Branch? If he played great, you can't tell me Branch played great too. That's just not true. This is not true. The return of Buzz was a nice little pickup. Can you imagine having Jalen Carter and Branch? Nope, because we're not going to have both. Nope. You can't ask for both. You can't ask for both. I wish we had him. If he played great, what did Branch play? Shout out to my man Buck and Man Hour. I'm here because Man Hours are allowing me to do this. This was up. Screw the Lions. It's the Detroit Hustlers. Yep. Week 2 snaps, Aleem McNeil, 76%, Benito, 67%. Week 3 snaps, Aleem McNeil, 60, 25, 28. Levi getting around 12, 19 both games. Okay, cool. Hush played great. Branch was the best player on the field Sunday. I don't know how else you can say it. Everything about that game said he was killing them. It was, dude, go and check out all 22 films. It's linked on every damn video. He got a whole video on just Brian Branch alone. It is like poetry in motion. All right. Shout out to my man JGB. He says, love you, Luke, but how did we not stop the run when we held a team who runs the ball 70% of the time to not even 70 yards? They ran the ball 5 times with Bijan Robinson. That's what he had at halftime. 5 times. 5 times. If they gave the ball 5 times to Jahmyr Gibbs, are you saying the Falcons stopped the run? Tell me you, if they gave the ball 5 times to Jahmyr Gibbs, you telling me that they stopped the run? Come on now. This is a good win. But there were some things in there we got to clean up and get right. Because when you get ready to go against this damn Packer team in the division, you cannot come in thinking that you're going to get this same repeat performance. This game is over and done with. You got to be prepared for something different. Jordan Love is shown to be way more comparable at this point than Desmond Ridder. Way more. But you get this man the ball 5 times. 5 times at halftime. And he finished the game with 10 carries. 10. And you tell me they ran the ball? I think not. At that point, I'm gonna put the damn thing in the chat. Feel free. I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to come in and tell me how I done lost my damn mind. Feel free. I do want y'all opinions on the game, but I also want y'all to be objective. I'm over the fan service. I'm over that the week reach arounds to make you feel good about it. No. Because we did not stop the run. The Falcons stopped running. There's a difference. The play says it and everything. %. Feel free to jump in and cuss me out. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But you cannot look at this. You cannot look at this and tell me that we stopped the run. You cannot. You cannot tell me a man who had 5 yards, 5 carries at halftime in a game that was this close, finish the game with 10 runs. We stopped the run. What? What? Like, seriously? Algier had 2 carries at halftime. Come on, bro. I got people coming in. Let me see what people got to say, man. I'm all for the smoke today. My man Ed W is in the building. What up, though?
What up, my man Lou? What up, bro?
What's going on with you, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a double feed up here.
You're gonna probably have to mute your video. If you're watching the video, mute the video.
Give me half a second.
All right. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm trying to be objective. I love this team, but I'm gonna be honest about it. Listen, if you come to me right now and you bet me $100 that my son couldn't dunk, you think I'm gonna be dumb and be like, yeah, I'm that dad. Here go $100. I bet you he can dunk. He cannot. Ed W, you back? You good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Talk to me.
All right, man. What part of the smoke you want? Is it the Hutchinson or the Branch?
Start where you want. Let's start with the Hutch.
All right, we starting with Hutch. All right, Hutch was the highlight of the first 2 games. Without him, we wasn't even halfway close into those games. Branch stepped up, did his thing. This time it was ops. Everybody listening, especially you, whatever, because I'm always seeing you in the comments. It's like this, bro. We not here to bash Hutch because Hutch did put on a very good thing, but for Hutch's standards, he played average. He didn't step up to the place we wanted him to be. Second, Branch, the rookie, stepped his game up from a whole nother level than he did the first 2 games. So Branch brought the smoke, and Hutch just cleaned it up. How do you want me to go with that, Luke?
No, I mean, I just look at it like this. I'm not even saying he played bad. You never heard Luke say Hutch didn't play bad. What I said was that this following title, let me put it up there, that this title is BS.
Totally. I saw that.
This is BS. This is no way possible the truth. This cannot be the truth. 802 sacks leads the Lions to a win. Over the win.
But we need you to keep on inspiring other people to call out these liars. That's bottom line.
Platform, they took this as me attacking Aiden Hutchinson, and my whole platform has been attacking lazy journalism. Like the same way I went at the Pro Football Focus for saying, how was Hutchinson rated higher than Brian Branch?
No, wait. How was Hutchinson rated higher than Branch? Well, Branch just started.
We talking about this.
I think they go ahead.
This is the grade that they gave for the Falcons game, not the season. One game, the Falcons. How was he rated higher? And Brian Branch was clearly the best thing out there, killing it. There was nothing.
Those numbers should be reversed because Branch played in 3-4 different positions. Hutch played his usual 1 or 2. And not only, and Branch successfully did his job at a high level at all 3 places that they asked him to do. Hutch was 50-50. So I'm with it. Change them numbers.
Luke, you said his swim move sucked. It did.
So do the spin moves.
First of all, hold on. Listen, people. I cannot take it with these goddamn these police. All right, listen to me. All right, I did not make this up. Okay, this is not something that I made up. All right, in football, and Ed, it like you don't been on the football field before, right?
Yeah, I've had my share.
All right, in football, let me bring it up for the people who are seeing.
I think I know where you're going with this.
What's the rule? If you are high,
or you need to be lower.
Look where he's
always at. The lowest pad wins.
Look how high he is, and watch what happens as the play develops. He doesn't get any further push because his ass is standing up trying to do a swim move
on his tippy toes.
This is not how it's supposed to look. I'm sorry. This is not how it's. Look at him. He got stonewall. Like, I wish I could make this up, people.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick, Luke. Is it scheme? Was he there to only contain the edge?
I don't believe that he was there to contain the edge on that. Not with swim moving on the inside. What containment are you doing trying to swim move to the inside? I don't believe that he's trying to do that. I'm just saying that, like, I just believe that at the end of the day, that he had a good game. But to have a title on multiple papers when the game ended, where they're saying that that's not just true. That's just not true. And there were so many other good things. Aleem McNeil, Benito, Bugs, hell, even Jack Campbell got in on the mix. Tracy Walker got in on the mix. I think the only person whose name I don't remember being really present in the game was Kirby Joseph.
Yeah, that was shocking.
That's the only name I don't remember being present in terms of anything. But in terms of everything else, everybody, Alex Anzalone got in on it, made some plays. Emrod attempted to make some plays, but shit, he was even Jalen Reeves maybe made some plays on special teams. Like, they came out, they did what they supposed to do, and they got the win. I'm cool with that. But I'm not for this. I'm not for these fake narratives. I keep trying to give this dude a shot, but he really don't know ball. Okay. That's why I always put the link in the description for you to come in and tell me just that. I can't have a conversation. I mean, do I not? Every stream, I open it up for you to come in and tell me just that. And that's have a conversation. Because once I'm able to talk to you, and we can really find out where the ball mentality come from, because nobody's ever said anything. I didn't say anything negative about the man. I said the title that was used by fake media and it was lazy to promote him is BS. This was a good opportunity, and nobody's upset because they just want to, oh, well, we won. I get it.
Yeah, he's going to get his time to shine.
Right.
He's going to definitely get his time to shine. It just wasn't this game.
Right, but they cheated the guy who did shine.
Yes.
They cheated Brian Branch, and instead of the fans being upset about that, they're mad about their precious Hutch.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirby was out. That's what I was like. Hey, like I said, that's the only name I remember hearing. I don't remember hearing Kirby's name. All I knew was Branch was everywhere. That goddamn mutant transformed the switch. I knew that the interior of the defense was killing them. They was getting sacks up the middle, y'all. Do you have any idea how hard that is? That is so much harder than getting it from the edge, Ed. I mean, come on.
Well, that's why I said Hutchinson, if you ever notice, they used to use him inside. They used to bounce him outside. Now they mainly keep him outside. But I think I typed it in earlier. If he's going to get double teams, if he's going to create havoc out there, Aleem McNeil and the Bugs, all of them, they're going to get their chances on the inside. And we're going to definitely need that as we progress against these harder teams. Because right now I'm seeing big-time holes in AG schemes. Luckily, Atlanta's team, they weren't ready for this level of competition. We are. And I want to use this like a scrimmage or practice game to say, hey, we got to clean this up.
I don't even know if they wasn't ready. Like, if you listen, let me go back. Let me let you hear a little bit more. Let me go back to the Falcons radio, because I think that what they saw is what I saw, and I was like, "Yo, this, like Art, like man, he was tripping." Let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why. You get sacked 7 times. I understand. You're rattled. Yes, but he hasn't looked comfortable even when he wasn't sacked 7 times. The posture, the poise. The footwork, Mike, he just doesn't look comfortable. That is my only complaint. And part of this is going back to camp when I was going, pull! Let it go, Dez. Part of this is now we're getting pressure and you're still not letting it go. And so we're going to let you hear from Desmond Ridder as he was talking to Arch after the game yesterday. 404-726-0929. This was a complete embarrassment on every level. Caleb McGarry, you got your bag. Chris Lindstrom, you got your bag.
That body.
Drew Dolman, I don't know what you were doing. Matthew Bergeron, we have high hopes for you, and we think you're going to be really good. You look like crap, too. Jake Matthews, you look like crap, too. Everybody on that offensive line is responsible. And here's the part, Mike. Again, we get back to Coach Art. Coach Art, come on now. Why are we calling a jet sweep to Bijan Robinson on a 3rd down? Mike, I hated that call.
Yeah,
I hated it.
I mean, look, we do that earlier, and I don't understand some of the commitment. Look, you want to keep modest? Are you throwing to run? You kind of the reverse. Is that what the mindset was? I can understand some of that. But the play calling, there was no rhyme or reason to it. I thought we were way too cute. Let's play some power football.
Let's run.
Let's play some power football. And look, you want to overload on the line? Let's do that too. I mean, you got all these tight ends. Let's use them.
I agree with them, and I'm happy that they were stupid and tried to copy what the Seahawks did. It played into our hands. Thank you.
But look, don't you know they probably did film like we always do, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking that they did film on the fact that we was going to have our linemen switch back and fall back onto some linebacker moves, and all AG switched the game up this time and just uses linemen as linemen and not linebacker. So it probably threw the quarterback off, man. Like he's expecting them to fall off so he can do something, but instead we just kept that pressure.
Right, because at the end of the day, if you notice, he named the entire offensive line because we really whooped their butt up front at the offensive line because they just did not commit to the run. They decided that we're going to be a pass team this game, and I was mind blown by this, which I was like, look, get to the quarterback and hit him often so that the pass game is a non-factor. But they helped in making themselves one-dimensional. It just didn't make sense to me, to be honest with you, and it was so stupid. DJ says, are you really mad at headlines, Luke? Who the fuck cares? I do. I do, because I'm the one that got to sit here. I'm the one that got to sit here and read them and stay hip to a lot of this stuff, and half of them is fool's gold and clickbait. I do. I'm the same one that got to hear our fan base who's turned around and read them same articles and want to reference those same articles, but didn't even take the time to read the 5-minute read they fucking self, caught the headline. I do. When you sit up there and you cheat a guy who really performed really well in Brian Branch, who really showed up and showed out. He didn't get the praise that he's supposed to get. No, we somehow went back to praising it because they know by putting that headline on there, y'all all gonna run and click the damn video. I care about it. You should care about it too. And I know you do, because if you didn't care about it, why would you click on the article? It's funny. It's funny. When people buy books, they usually look at the titles, right? That's what I thought.
You know who name you really didn't hear this time, though? Campbell's. Well, the linebacker.
I mean, listen, again, I heard his name a few times, but I think because of how much they were passing, like what did you really need him? I mean, he's a really good guy in coverage, in my opinion. I did a video on it saying he's better in coverage than he was as a run defender. But did you really need him for a team that decided, hey, running the ball is no longer a factor? Let's just throw the ball. They just gave up. They gave up.
So, look, let me ask you a good question here. With the performance, if we can play at this level, I know a lot of people are asking about the Packers. If we can play at this level on shutting down that run, do you think that what's the name, Love, is going to have a chance next week or Thursday?
I believe that if the Lions, so I have a certain viewpoint with the Packers that I'm saving for tomorrow, but I'll give you a preview. I believe the Lions are going to beat the Packers. This is not going to be the game they're going to play. This is not it. Okay. And so to me, this is going to be the game where you're going to have to kind of get in your bag or your playbook. You need to get up on them quickly to take them out. You let them hang around like how we let the Falcons hang around, because that game was frustrating. If you watch that game in its entirety, it was frustrating until they got that last touchdown, and you knew at that point it was over. Right? You knew, like, okay, it was over. I know some people like to think it was over when we got the sack strip fumble, but it was over at that point. We was already up enough possessions that they was never going to come back. It would have required a miracle, right? But if you go into this game with the same mindset that we're going to do this, you're going to get upset. You're going to get upset because this game, you had the crowd on your side at a high level. The crowd, I love what our fans did for this game. I loved it. The level of disrespect that they had they was making noise on stupid stuff. Like, I was like, yo, that's terrible. They wanted the Falcons to know, like, get out of here. Falcons would do something stupid like they dropped the ball. Right? Falcons player get hurt. They was gonna celebrate that. That's how they was feeling. The crowd was in it. You're not gonna have that in Green Bay.
Well, I think that they'll win it. In order to win, one of the keys I feel is this particular Lions team take beating Green Bay personally. Every player on there celebrates doing any little token anytime we make a play on them. So I think they take it on a personal level, take it on the chin. But I think that we also need to start getting our offense to play at the level that they should be playing at. Because I agree with you. We are not where we need to be offensively. Last year was a flip flop. Offense all cylinders, defense slacking. Now we got the defense where we need them to be, but our offense is slacking and playing average at best.
Right. And this is where I'm like trying to get us to understand that if you're going to do something in terms of doing it and doing it well, look at the offense last year and look at it this year. It looks different. It feels different. It's not as explosive as it was. It's a little bit more conservative. And then here's the other part of it. We won 2 games because of defense. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we got to score points, but our defense made it really hard and helped with field position on a lot of these in the 2 games that we won. But go to the game that we lost. We lost because defense could not step up. Defense couldn't get a stop. And the offense actually got some scores in there, but they were still too conservative in that game. They should have had that game put away before they even had a chance to get the lead. So even when that happens, it's just like, yo, what's the deal with that? Like, again, I'm only letting people hear the other side of the coin because I think it's important to what we need to do going forward. This is a win. A win is a win. I get all that. But I'm telling you right now, our offense was too conservative. And what I don't want people doing is coming in here when things go bad and want to start talking like, oh, well, this is bad and fire this person and get rid of this person and this person's garbage and we should have drafted this person. Because when we lost to the Seahawks, all you kept hearing, which I found very interesting, all of a sudden everybody wants to criticize Brad Holmes. I've been doing this for the longest and not criticizing him because I think he's bad, but because I think he has neglected a significant side of the ball. So again, this is why I do this. Now, to answer your question, Perry Ball, do I believe that they're using Jack Campbell to his strength? No, I don't. I don't believe that they're using him to his strength. I got to be honest. You cannot convince me that Alex Anzalone is that much better than Jack Campbell. And if he is, then why do we take him 18th overall? I'm trying to make it make sense. That's all I'm trying to do. So
didn't put her in there last time.
So I got you on mute. Ed, you straight. Go ahead. Have your conversation. I got you on mute. But at the end of the day, the play calling has been conservative. That's just the reality of it. That's just the reality of it. You're going to come into a game in a hostile environment where now you're going to be the one fighting the crowd. You need to be sharp on offense so you can shut the crowd up. But I'm just telling you, if you listen to it from the Falcons' perspective, they're telling the truth. Let's finish listening to them a little bit.
You got all these tight ends. Let's use them. I had a real hard time with this play calling. The Lions, by the way, gave up 31 to Geno Smith and company last week. They couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback. And they had, like we talked about it all week, decimated with injuries, 2 of their starters on IR, and they looked like the 86 or 85 Bears. Just getting after it. And like we knew Hutchinson, we knew what he could do, but who the hell is Brian Branch?
I love that statement. I love that statement because they genuinely didn't know what the hell was going on. They like, who the hell is Brian? You didn't know? This is what happened when you ain't in the backyard. You should have been back there paying attention. There's a scene from Martin where Dragonfly Jones tells his pupil, if you focus on your art, you'll know your way in the dark, punk. He should have studied more. And then he went to ask these stupid questions. I love that part. That part made my day. That part made my day. It says, no, the Packers aren't a threat to us. Love has been average, but he's played a bad team. Do not expose yet. The offense and O-line is hurt, and that are our strength. And we got, listen, if the Packers were such a slouch, why is people who are still hurt talking about they playing this game? They understand how important this division game is. This game can be a straight trap game. The more important part of it is the winner of this will be the lone person at the top of the NFC North. I'm not taking nothing for granted. I thought it was going to be a cakewalk and get the Seattle Seahawks. We lost that one. And I'm being honest when I say this. We're not scoring. You look at the points we scored in the games that we won. Look at them. Think about this. Look at the points. In the games that we won, how many points did we score? I want y'all to think about this. This is important information for a reason. Just go back and look at it. There's a reason I'm asking this question, because I really want y'all to understand what this is. But just look at the 2 games we won. We beat Kansas City, okay? And we beat Kansas City and we beat the Falcons, okay? And we 2-1. Look at the scores on those games. Now tell me that a game that you beat a team 21-20 who had no Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce, we shouldn't have scored more points. In a game against Seattle that had 2 backup tackles, you gave up 37 points and scored 31, but you lost. And then in the game against the Falcons, you scored 20 points again. Why? Because defense performed. You can't do it. How's the defense better? They was trash last week. Yeah, that was last week. We're talking about just this game. And the 2 games we won was because of defense. Just putting it out there. Hey, I love this kind of talk. DJ said we beating them by 14. I said the Seahawks is a trap game because how we match up with them and their play style. I get it. I get it. But I'm just telling you, we need to, for the Packers, we got to be dialed in. We have to be dialed in. We have to be dialed in. I need you to be dialed in. I need for the play calling to be more aggressive. If you look at how the play calling went, I asked this question earlier. I never got an answer. How many times did you see Jahmyr Gibbs get a screen in that game? I'll wait. How many times? In that one game, how many times did you see Jahmyr Gibbs get a screen? Because think about it. If you beat the Packers, which I expect them to do, you get to come home against Carolina. A game that you should probably more than likely stump them out too. And you'll be what? 4-1? 3-1 for the first quarter? Or 4-1 for the first quarter of the season? With a game headed to Tampa Bay and Baltimore before coming home against the Raiders. If you go into this game thinking we're good, we stopped the run, you're going to be upset. If you go into this game with this pussyfooting offense and these conservative play calls, you're going to be upset. You cannot do this. You cannot do it. You just cannot do it. The play caller has been suspect to me on offense. I'm disappointed in what I'm seeing. I'm disappointed in what I'm seeing in terms of the offense. Defense, it's hard for me to be mad at what they're doing. They're showing improvement. You look at last year's defense and look at this year, they're much more improved. Hate to say it. Because I know many people don't want to hear that. They want people fired. Any questions you got, I'm answering them. Luke, how do you feel having St. Brown running the ball? St. Brown running the ball scares me because we can lose our number 1 receiver. That's part of the game. Everybody can be hurt. Right? Anybody can get hurt on any given Monday, any given Sunday, any given Thursday. Hell, before they even get to playing on a Sunday, they can get hurt on Saturday. This is football. People get hurt. It's like saying, I'm going to join the military at a time of war, but I don't want to go to war. It doesn't make sense. It just seems a little confusing. And the Lions really do have an opportunity to just take this whole entire division by the rings with beating the Packers. Because I got to be honest with you, I don't think we should be losing to the Panthers again. I didn't think we should have lost the first time. Just don't believe that should have been the case. But in terms of me worried about him getting the ball, I'm not worried one bit. Give him the ball as much as you can. I want my playmakers with the ball in their hand. I never heard nobody be like, I'm too concerned about them running reverses with Tyreek Hill. I don't want. No, we're not concerned about them running the ball with Tyreek Hill. We're not concerned about the ball being in the hand of the playmakers. If the ball was in the hand of the playmakers, hell, you get more plays made. That's why they're playmakers. Calvin Johnson got a whole lot of catches because he was a playmaker. I never heard nobody complain or be worried about him getting too many catches because he's going to get hurt. They only did it to our good running backs like DeAndre Swift. I never heard this. Shout out to my man Kurt Steele. Just talking about you earlier, brother. What up, though? Link is in the description. Feel free to jump in if you want to talk to a brother. I never heard nobody complain about that. So, no, I'm not concerned about him getting hurt and him running the ball. I love it. I just want our offensive play calling to be more electric like it was, and it's been lackluster. Again, if you're just joining me, this is my personal view. I could be wrong about a lot of things. It won't be the first time. I could be wrong about some things. I really could. But I feel that what I saw on this past Sunday gave me enough confidence to feel good about this team in a lot of areas. The biggest takeaway for me from this game was the response to that tragic, deplorable, downtrodden, lack of effort, poor execution, shitty-ass coaching from offense to defense to the head coach, to the people who supposed to take their ankles and toes. This nightmarish of a game that I had to watch against the Seahawks. Damn good response. Damn good response. That's what I want to see. That's what I want more of. You had everybody ready with pitchforks for Brad Holmes. All of a sudden now we should have did this and we should have did that. We should have. Seriously. Fire this person. Fire that person. Then Aaron Glenn, Dan Campbell get together, huddled everybody around, had a conversation, and then Dan Campbell walked off and Aaron Glenn came into the room and did this.
Defense, on me!
All right. Now, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night! And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure that
They remember forever the night they played the Titans.
leave no doubt!
I feel like that's what happened. I feel like he rounded up the troops and got them lit. He had them boys out there talking about like, hey, man, listen, you got a sack, you get a sack. You'd have thought Oprah was out there, you get a sack, you get a sack, you get a sack. He wasn't playing. And they helped because they refused to run the ball. Shout out to Kurt. Dan Campbell said they needed to be more aggressive play calling on the offense versus the. He was mad. If you go back at the end of that game and look at a few months, he was beyond pissed at the offense where he had to blow a timeout because he didn't get a delay a game. It was right before the halftime. Even after we won the game, he didn't like the way that we responded in general on offense. He was happy that we got the turnovers with the defense, but the offense was lacking. I'm just sorry. It is what it is. My man Daryl Thompson says, love your content, Luke, but most times you say the Lions are winning, they lose. I think I actually been pretty good with the Lions record. You check the pick'em leagues. But there is a difference between my picks and most people's views because I have high expectations. When everybody else said that, oh, if they get 3 wins, that's cool. I was like, 3 wins? Hell no. When everybody was like, oh, well, he's a rookie. I don't want to hear about rookies because I got one on our team right now that's showing you he ain't no rookie. Oh, if you don't believe me, let me let you listen to more of the Falcons home radio. As they ask who in the hell is Brian Branch. Listen to this. You're gonna love this.
After it. And like we knew Hutchinson, we knew what he could do, but who the hell is Brian Branch? I mean, I guess Brian Branch is the new Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
He was a one-man gang.
Don't tell me about he's a rookie. I don't want to hear rookie talks. Don't tell me about he's a rookie. All the excuses that we like to put out there. What's going on, Mike? Sorry, Steele, what's up? What up, though? Don't tell me about the rookie. I have high expectations for my team. I want them to win. And I go based on matchups. It's not my fault when they decide to go left on the things that I'm seeing. Everybody else saw it. I ain't trying to be funny, but ask yourself, if you with the Falcons and you came into this game, what would you have to did? Would you have to threw the ball 48 times or ran it 48 times? Brian Branch is the Lions. Troy Polamalu. I mean, seriously, the dude's a mutant. His new name from here on out is Nightcrawler. I swear to God, this man teleports to the ball. Every damn play. It's been like this all season. Even against the Seahawks, I was like, damn, he's still by the ball. This man just be he a damn mutant. Professor X, you can't keep him. I'm glad that you sent him out to the world to show people. But even the Falcons was like, man, this was a one-man show. Pete, though.
Oh, yeah, this one, I know the crowd's going to get into it. It's not the old Detroit. They're engaged. They expect something this year. But you were in this game, and you made some really dumb decisions to take you out. And I know the defense didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and there was a blown coverage. But if you hold an opponent on the road to 20, you're supposed to win.
20. Not 28.
No, 20. Now, maybe with the passing league, Carl, that the NFL is, maybe the number's going up to 25. But for the most part, it's accepted. You got to score at least 24 points to win. You hold your opponent to 20 on the road, you're going to win that game. And the offense did absolute garbage.
This was a complete crap show yesterday. That's what it was. A complete crap show. I've not seen this team respond under Arthur Smith the way they did. And I've not seen this coaching staff respond the way they did. Or maybe they didn't respond, Mike. They didn't respond. At halftime, I said it. Leave the offensive line in the locker room. They're not blocking anybody.
Right.
It was absolutely embarrassing. 404-726-0929. I don't understand why we're still searching for an identity when we had an identity last year and we weren't as good. Make the main thing the main thing. And I got to say this, Coach. We kind of came out as if you wanted to show everybody that Dez could throw the football. I don't care about that.
Right.
We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Come out and beat us. You know how you play? This is how we play. We're going to be physical. We're going to run the football down your throat. If you stop us, fine. But this is how we play. And we went completely away from that, Mike, at the start of the game because Dez throws the ball 38 times. Go look it up. Yeah. How many times has he thrown it 38 times? 0.
And we've told you this back in the summer.
I wish I could make it up too, but I just see it the way I see it and I call the truth. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, he's Nightcrawler. Brian Branch is Nightcrawler. To the people who's wondering what that was, that is the Atlanta Falcons home radio station. Sort of like how we got 97.1 a ticket. They have a home radio station. Theirs is 92.9 the game. And they were confused. He said, I got to give him a better. Bruh, do you, listen, if anybody who read comic books, for my comic book readers in here, will y'all explain to my man Boone how cold Nightcrawler is? Like, y'all you don't understand. Go and look at the opening scene of the X-Men movie. That was just a snippet of how cold Nightcrawler is. This man just seemed to just pop up near the ball. He was teleporting. He the Blue Devil. The Lions have Honolulu Blue. He's a Honolulu Blue. He's a Blue Devil. That goddamn dude is the Nightcrawler. Complete Nightcrawler. That boy cold. That boy is cold. That boy is cold. I'm serious. I have a hard time saying anything else. And you know why they giving them a lot of things? Because they're confused as to why they went away from the most obvious game plan. And I was happy they went away from it. Kudos to us. But I'm saving the best part for last because watch what happens next. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss this. This is on their radio station. Listen to this.
Can't have a 2-to-1 throw to run ratio. Now at the end of the game, once you're down like 3 score, okay, now you're one dimensional. This gets even worse. But you're right. And the other thing with Ritter is, I know they got 7 sacks. The Lions did. Some of those were him. 1001. You got look. You're not gonna. Maybe I know you don't have a rear view with mirrors on your freaking helmet, but you can't sit in the pocket and expect you're not going to get hit. So I mean, it was the most exasperating game. I'm with you. Whatever, but our identical.
We got these boys second guessing if they should have took Penei Sewell over Kyle Pitts. Let me let them get to the best part. Hold on.
I'll just touch it. We have to run the football, and we run right at Hutchinson. We run right at those guys, and then maybe we go to play action. By the way, you do play action in the fourth quarter. Who the hell's buying that?
Nobody.
It made no sense. Just let's add emotion. Do Ritter dropping back as the Lions are literally coming like the 82nd Airborne. I mean, what are you, nuts? I love Arthur, but that was a bad day in the office, man.
What a crap show this was.
Yes.
Okay? Follow Mike. He's Mike Bell, ATL. I'm at Put 'em Up. See Dukes. Follow the radio show at Dukes and Bell 929. And, of course, follow this radio station at 929 The Game. Stay up on everything that's going on. We're going to talk plenty about this. We will certainly open up the phone lines. I want you to hear something, though. You think we were surprised. The Lions went into this game thinking they were going to get the ball shoved down their throats. And I want you to hear Lions linebacker Derek Barnes.
Now, this is where it gets good. This is the good part. Listen, if there was ever a time for you to enjoy a moment of this is it. This is it. Which only proves my point of that we didn't stop the run, they stopped themselves. I'm cool with that. But listen to what my man Brian Burns say.
Okay. He also mentions Brian Branch, who Mike brought up, who had 11 tackles, 3 for loss, and was all over the field. But this was Derek Barnes, should I say, on the Zach Gelb show yesterday from CBS Sports Radio. Listen to what he says.
Yeah, we were super surprised. I mean, that's kind of, you expect that a team that you see run a lot, and they kind of want to show us something different. And we kind of made them one-dimensional today, and I think that really helped us out. We expect them to come in and run. If you watch the film, you can tell the linebackers playing downhill because that's what we thought we were going to do, but we kind of just adjusted and understood what they were trying to get done, and obviously, kind of stopped them from doing that and making them, do things that they don't normally do. So that was very important for us.
You can stop it right there. That's Derek Barnes starting.
They expected them to come out and run. Them motherfuckers decided we gonna pass it and pass it some more. Let me bring my man X-Man in here, Professor X himself, Mr. Mike, aka Kimber, aka used to be Micro Mike. I don't think he go by that no more. Aka Chat Sports, aka my man Lions Nation Unite. Mike, what up, though? Mike. I don't lost the X-Man. I don't lost the X-Men. I know I can hear him. Can y'all hear him? Oh, yeah. I'm going to give him a minute. I'm giving my man a minute. Mike, I'm giving you a minute. I'm going to leave Mike right there for a minute. I don't know how y'all don't see Nightcrawler as a cool-ass name for Brian Branch. That man is... But y'all love Megatron. Like, I just... he's a villain. He's a big guy. Oh. Really? You don't like Nightcrawler, but like Nightcrawler is some slouch or something. Really? Come on, people. Come on. But Megatron, Megatron, that's a good one. Not Optimus Prime, Megatron. Roy Williams is on to something. I say Nightcrawler. That's not good enough. Man, that's a good name. That man was teleporting every time the ball was thrown. I swear, he had more tackles for a loss than any lineman on our D lineman on our team. Like, think about this. He was charged with keeping Kyle Pitts in check. Then he was charged with keeping. I don't have to say it. The numbers speak for you. Listen, some of y'all, I know some of y'all hard of hearing. You just can't do this kind of stuff if you're not teleporting. I'm so convinced that that he's teleporting. I hope Mike come back, but I'm convinced that he's teleporting. I want you to understand something. A lot of time, look, we got rating. I heard you, Mike. I heard you. I don't think you heard me, but I heard you. I know he dope. Nightcrawler is a code nickname. That's a good name for that man, brother. My man Go Lion said that's rating. You say he like lightning in the bottle. He be teleporting, bro. Look at it. Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of stats in my life, right? That man got 11 total tackles. Not 11 assists, 11 total tackles. Now, this man, Jesse Bates, got 11 total tackles too, but only 6 were solo. This man got 11 total tackles, and 11 of them were solo. And 3 of them were tackles for a loss. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't get how nuts this man was going off. Y'all don't get it. You just don't get it. He just seemed to teleport where the ball was. That damn mutant. Listen, hey, he a mutant. He is 100% a mutant. I'm just saying. My man said 11 out at Luke G. Salone voice. I'm just saying, like, bro, this dude's phenomenal, man. Like, I don't know how you walk away from that game and not just be like, wow. And it's funny because a lot of people feel like you don't need to take safeties high, but I'm like, if they perform, I don't care where you take them. He performs, I can care less. But even the Lions were shocked that they decided to go away from the run. Like, oh, all right. We were trying to get y'all to be one-dimensional anyway. But since you decided to do it on your own, well, let me get into it. And that's exactly what we have to have happen. When we go out against the Packers, man, keep that same energy. I like Nightcrawler. He a mutant. He is a mutant. Scorpion. Shout out to my Mortal Kombat 1 people, man. I've been having a lot of fun with that game. The boy wears his mouth guard and his helmet. Everybody who plays football know you must think you're the biggest dog on the field to do. He never put his mouth guard. It's always stuck on the side of his helmet. Like, bruh, like, what are you trying to signal here? It started to become a trend, bruh. My man be like, forget that mouth guard. I'm trying to go smack you in the face. Like, let me show y'all something. Hold on. Let me get this down here. Let me show y'all something. I got to show you it. I got to show you because I feel like if I don't show it, I'm doing a disservice. I feel like if I don't show it, I'm not being fair to the people. All right. Like, I need to show it. All right. Let me get it. Let me get it queued up again. And I lost it. Hold on, wait a minute. I think I got somebody back. I think I got a guest back. Let's see. We got my man Meanie in the building. What up, though?
Luke, I came at the perfect time because we got to talk about this mouth guard thing.
Dude, listen. If you're a mutant, you don't need a mouth guard. You think a mutant cares about his teeth? He's gonna grow them back. He don't give a shit. He's a mutant.
No, but I think he has a mouth guard in already, like one of them thin joints. You know what I mean?
Oh, you think he got one in, but he just wear that one up there?
Yeah, because I mean, we all play football. I mean, not all, but like when you play football, man, you need a mouth guard, man, because you can bite your fucking tongue off with these tackles.
Man, what? You feel me? What? Tell me about it. It's very possible.
Yeah, because you see, some people wear the thin mouth guard, and it still protects your teeth. I feel like that green thing is one of those, things that mutants do because it's working. You know?
Hey, as long as it works, I'm good. I'm not even asking him to reinvent the wheel. I'm asking him to just keep doing what mutants do. You know what I'm saying? I just want him to keep doing that. Because to me, if that's what you need is to put a mouth guard up there, I'm good.
Yeah, I think we now can say we have 2 certified mutants on our team: Amon-Ra St. Brown and Brian Branch.
Bro, listen. I give a lot of credit for the Brian Branch pickup. I was so hyped. I think I might have been more hyped than anybody else. I was screaming, we got to get Amon-Ra St. Brown. I did a whole film thing on him talking about it. Like,
I remember.
I want it. I need it.
So what did you see on film with Amon-Ra that automatically just said, yeah, that's the guy?
His style of play. He had reckless abandonment for what the job was needed. So if you needed a block, he was like, hey, I'm gonna block you, but I'm gonna block you to the sideline. If you needed a first, he was like, okay, you're gonna hit me anyway, so I might as well catch the ball. If you needed a touchdown, he was gonna run crispy routes. I saw so many elements of his game, and the first thing that triggered in my head was, oh, that's Hines Ward. That's what caught my attention. It was the Hines Ward mentality that I saw. You remember when they started changing rules because Hines Ward kept breaking people's jaws and knocking them out with the crackback blocks and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I saw that in him. If they had not changed the rules, he would have murdered somebody. He had so much reckless abandonment. When we took Brian Branch, I was like, okay, cool. Let's see how this all turned out. I didn't care what they took because my attitude with the draft is you can take a kicker first round for all I care. If he kick a 70-yard field goal, you think I can give 2 flying nickels? No, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like that's game changer. I want that.
That's the word, game changer. And you can do that from any position, even center. You know
yeah, even center.
Whatever.
A lot of Lions fans hated that pick. They hated the Frank Ragnow pick. I remember it. I was like, but we need a center. We just got rid of Dominic Raiola. And then the other guy that was there, Travis Swanson. I was like, really? Yeah, give me lineman. I want lineman. So I'm getting, but this guy, look at this, bro. Look what they asked this man to do. This is Brian Branch. Can you see this?
Yeah.
That's Brian Branch, bro. Look what they asked this man to do.
On an island.
He does it.
On an island. Is that Drake London? Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this. There's no chill in him.
But
no hand wrapped around him.
Similar to Amon-Ra, he's not the fastest guy in the field. He ain't the biggest guy in the field. But it's that, like you were saying, it's that mutant in them. Like they're gonna work hard no matter what. But they're gonna do the job no matter what.
Like this right here. I ain't trying to be funny. I want y'all to see this.
Yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
Who the hell is number 85? Seriously, who's number 85? You know who that is?
No.
Me neither. Right? Why the radio station trying to figure out who's Brian Branch? Why is our number 2 guy sitting up here playing? I'm gonna leave this alone because people they don't want to believe it. He tried to sneak out the backfield, but
for me, it's the IQ though. As soon as he sees the quarterback running out, he's going right to his spot.
Watch this. Look at this. Look, Anthony, what you doing? You want it right here? Look at this. Look at this. Y'all don't even understand. Look at this. This is the Brian Branch show. Look at this. Yeah. Get it up there.
Motherfucker too.
Get it up there. Get it up there. Stop playing with me.
Oh man, look at the vertical.
Look at this.
And he's mad at himself.
Who is 85, bro? Who is this? I know he's doing a delayed route, but get rid of this and be, bro. Hold on, let's start right here. Look at my man, Aleem McNeil. I don't know why he's not getting talked about too. Look at this. Watch this. They cut block dog. They got tired of him doing what he was doing. They got tired of him doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Tell me he don't look like Nightcrawler, bro. There's no reason for this man to be doing that, bro. Come on, bro. That's my man Nightcrawler, bro. Look at this.
Problem.
Look at this here. Man, come on. Let's go. Everybody having a good day.
Yeah. They caught some flags in the secondary, though. But
yeah,
one
I mean,
bullshit.
it happens. I'm just so in awe by our defense, bro.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this, man. Come on, bro. Look at this.
Yeah, Aleem had a great game.
Man, let me stop before they cut me off. Let me stop. I'm here for it, people. That's who? Pewted. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Dog, John, tell me something I don't know. Matter of fact, come join me so I can have a seat on this one. This man is so. They say he can't run. What they say he ran a 4.5 or something like that.
Search it up.
Go look at what they said he ran for a 40. Go look at it.
It says 4.58.
Bro, stop playing with me. I don't see a guy running the 4.5 out there. I keep telling people I don't care about these underwear Olympics.
Yeah,
that guy don't look like he running a 4.5.
Because see, they're not timing how fast you can diagnose a play. we need that test. You know what I mean? That's the eye test. That's film.
Like, bruh. Like, listen, hold on, listen. Y'all don't even understand. Let me just show you. Hold on, let me just show you.
And he's a rookie.
Hold on, let me just show y'all something. I want people to understand why he Nightcrawler. Half the time, I don't even know how the hell he got here. I swear I'm so confused, y'all. I swear I don't know how he got here.
That's a good comparison, though.
I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna scroll this. I'm gonna make this big. I want people to see this. All right, we're going full screen on this. I'm slowing it down too because I need to for my own eyes. I'm losing track of dog. He teleporting. I'll give y'all a minute. Can y'all find Brian Branch?
He on the right. He's playing right linebacker.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Right there, right? In the box?
Yep.
Okay. You see him though, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch him work. Shoot the right gap, form tackle.
Yeah.
Where did this monster come from? Who is his parents? Somebody go find me his parents. He's playing with his damn mouthpiece in his helmet and making tackles like that. Go find. I want to know who his grandma is. I want to meet his uncle.
Yeah.
I need to know who his aunties
I'm
are.
telling you.
If he got sisters, I want to see what they look like. Somebody in here, DNA has been mutated. He had no chance.
That's a beautiful tackle.
Man, what? Look how he looks up too. I'm a monster.
Yeah.
This is what monsters look like. Bruh. Yes.
We
Get
got
your
another
kids
one.
out the streets. Do you not see this man? Get him out the streets. I got to give flowers where flowers is due. Aleem, McNeil, and Branch is, oh my God. I got one more. Juwan, don't go nowhere. Stay right there. I got to put this in here really quick. I got to do this. I just want people to understand that this man right here, this grown man, this monster, I don't know where he was bred from. I want to know what he eats. If he like Raisin Bran, I want some Raisin Bran. If he like yogurt, Greek yogurt, I want Greek yogurt. Whatever he eating, I need some of that. This grown man. Y'all don't understand.
Yep. Yeah, he's a rookie.
Look, hold on. Let me. Okay, all right. Let me just. Juwan, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I got one more. I got to do it. Get your kids out the streets. That's what I'm thinking. That's a perfect statement. Get them out the streets. Hear that man go again. This Nightcrawler. Come on, man. But watch this. Let me slow this down for the people. Some people's hard of seeing. They need to see it a little bit slow.
Yep.
Watch this. Watch this. First things first. Let's look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look
the
at
read steps.
Look at this. Everybody getting up there and pushing it. My man's over here looking at my man Kyle Pitts. The quarterback run. Kyle Pitts turn. He trying to avoid a defender. My man said, get your kids out. Look, I want y'all to see something. He didn't even bite on the pump fake. He said, F your pump fake. Look at it. Knocked his hand down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh, I can't make this up. Let me listen. Let me look.
Yeah, no chance.
Yeah. And then I got people telling me, who cares about this? Why? I'm finna bring you in, bro. Let me know when you're ready. You know, I can't make this up. Hold on, Minnie. I gotta bring in Juan.
Yeah.
I don't. Juan, what up, though?
Hey, can you hear me, Luke?
I can hear you, man. Look, you about to look. Why everybody coming in with this jack mode? Like they ain't got nothing better to do but lift weights, and this just they eat weights for dinner, breakfast, and lunch. I'm feeling it, brother. Put the work in.
Hey, man. I'm at LA Fitness here in DC. That's where I live. But I was born and raised in Detroit, so I'm a Lions fan. So I heard you talking about. I know I'm coming in late, but I heard you talking about Branch, man. This is one thing people, and I hate that comment they made. Who was Brian Branch? You must didn't do your research and study him in college.
No.
Because from high school to college, he walked on to Alabama and started as a freshman. And Saban don't start freshman because he has football IQ, he has a nose for the ball, he has great instincts, and he got that dog in him. So there's something called football awareness too. Like you said, he was always by that ball, and so that's the thing that people misquantify when they're trying to do a metrics on him. Some stuff don't hit the paper. Some stuff is just an eye test, and he's one of those rare players that from the eye test he's bound for greatness. And the other point I wanted to bring up though is, did y'all talk about the Lions already punting 6 times to an average defense?
And see, listen, when I brought this up,
and everybody, all Detroit radio, all the articles that I read, Jared Goff had a great game. I'm like, what game were y'all watching? We punted 6 times to an average defense.
On offense, it was terrible. It was absolutely
Atlanta
terrible.
defense, we punted 6 times.
They got some D linemen now.
I get it.
Still, though, man, I still feel like Atlanta defense is average. It ain't bad. But we shouldn't have been punting 6 times. If we plan to hang with the San Francisco and the Philadelphia Eagles, we don't need to be punting against Atlanta 6 times. That's my point.
Nope. The offensive play calling should be more fluent, and it's been too conservative for no reason. And that's why I told Lions fans, please do not believe that you stopped the run of a team who stopped themselves from running. We didn't stop nothing. They stopped themselves. That man had 5 carries at halftime and finished the game with 10. Finished the game with 10.
Yep.
That was not something that we can look at and ignore it, act like, oh, that's not what happened. It's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah. I just want to make sure y'all saw the same game I was looking at. I'm like, wait a minute, we punted 6 times and ain't nobody talking about it because we won.
But see, when you start saying stuff like that, now all of a sudden, here's the problem. I can't.
You play like that in Green Bay, look what's gonna happen.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want that to happen in Green Bay.
Right.
I want them to show up with a level of intensity that's going to say, you know what, we're here to show you why we're the best person in this division. That's what I want. And I want them to show up and do that with vengeance. I want them to show up and do that with a sense of urgency.
Supposed to get two starters back, right? And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 2 starters.
Yeah, we supposed to get Mosley,
Taylor Decker,
and Decker,
and Monty, and Kirby Joseph and Monty.
Yeah, so if you getting those guys back, they're not coming back because they think this is going to be a cakewalk against Green Bay. They getting them back because we expect to come in and do some work and have our horses in line. And I'm cool with that. But you should have put them boys out a little bit different. They should have been put out
Atlanta game.
Yeah, they should have that game. I'm telling you, man, we should have had easily. We should have been the 3rd highest scoring team in that game.
Yeah, that was one touchdown from that game being a problem.
Well, some people didn't see it that way.
One touchdown.
I don't know what they do in the Lions locker room, but I feel like, I'm not mad at Goff. But I feel like if he's held accountable just a little more, I think he'll perform better. Because I just don't see him never being held accountable for nothing, as far as Dan Campbell's concerned. To push him, just a little more to go from a 7 to an 8. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. He's serviceable and he's, decent in our system. but I feel like he needs to be pushed just a little more accountability.
Yeah, because on that interception, he just said, it was the route type vibe. You know?
And then last week's interception, he blamed that on Gibbs.
That's what I'm
Dan Campbell
saying.
said, "Oh, Gibbs, stop."
On the choice route, right?
Yeah. And what happened is Goff got sacked the play before that, and so he was a little rattled. And that's why he got rid of that ball like he did. Watch Goff from a psychological standpoint when he gets sacked. But Campbell was like, "Oh, that was Gibbs' fault." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Now, I got to show this. Don't go nowhere. I just got to show it. All right. Something just got, I'm telling you, there are things. This is a mutant mentality. All right. Shout out to Devo Highlights because I needed to get to it right away. My man's over here. I would say he occupied with a blocker, but it don't matter. Matter of fact, let me just show you why it don't matter. How is this horse collar is beyond me? If it is, I don't give a care. I want you to understand that this man is in the air, and you know what? You see it in slow mo. It just looks so much better. This is B. John Robinson, bro. What? What?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, with one arm.
Look at this, man, bro.
Yeah. That's who we wanted. That's exactly who we wanted.
Look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
Look, B. John, you're not finna block me. You're not finna block
me. He's like, CJ Gardner ain't here, no problem.
Look, B. John, like I'm finna get you. Oh, damn it, he's faster than I thought. Let me grab that.
Yeah, the first thing is the IQ, man. He's really smart.
Yeah. IQ, the instinct, and the nose for the ball.
Listen, man. This right here happened to the freaking. This exact same play happened to the freaking Packers. And he juked the dude out of his shoes. He stayed sound and made a sound tackle and almost forced the fumble. Look at man, bro.
Yeah, he's a problem. He's
it's
a
nice
rookie.
problem, bro. It's like, look at this. I don't care. I'm telling you right now. I do not care about the helmet coming off. It's the backwards motion that throw me off. It's the back, like, bro. What?
If that ain't setting the tone, I don't know what is.
What?
And that's Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, that's setting the tone. Bijan been running over all kind of linebackers the whole season.
No, like I said, I can't say it enough, man. I can't say it enough. Yes, was I annoyed with a bunch of the fake fallacy news and stuff? I was, because they pushing a lot of fake narratives that I just don't understand. I can't rock with it. I don't care what nobody say. There's no way Aiden Hutchinson, after Pro Football Focus, was rated higher than rated higher than Brian Branch. There's no way. There's no way.
When James Houston was having those 2-sack games, they weren't saying James Houston led the Lions to victory.
That's what I'm saying. They wasn't doing it then. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing it then. There's no way Aiden Hutchinson had a good game.
And I like Hutch.
He got
I
a
like
forced
Hutch,
fumble.
like you said earlier, I'm just mad at the lazy journalism.
It's lazy. It's lazy for you to just no way he should be rated higher. I wouldn't even rate him higher than Aleem McNeil. He could be higher than Iffy. I can care less. Right? He could be higher than Romeo Court. I can care less. All these low. Derek Burns got a low grade. Derek Burns played good.
See, but this is why stats are misleading, because Amon-Ra got that like Hail Mary ball at the end of that half, but it was pointless.
Right. It was, but this. I'm sorry. This is not acceptable. I don't care what you say.
No.
I don't care what you say. You've seen it in real time. The man said, just when did Brian Branch? This is the Falcons radio. Just when did Brian Branch become Ronnie Lott? He popping people all over the field. Seriously.
These people don't know football. They didn't watch him in Alabama.
Like, you just can't beat it.
He's always been that dude.
Like, I wish I could make this stuff up. I can't. I don't want to. I just don't like the narratives where they feel like they can do some things a little bit different. Also, if you just came in late, I don't know if you saw my intro to the show. I'm playing around with the introduction. I want to see what y'all think. I played this one before. I'm going to play this before we get out of it because I want to see what y'all thoughts are. But here's what I played to open the show up.
The king of the jungle. How can he be the king of the jungle if he's not the biggest, The elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality. Welcome to Detroit. Welcome to Detroit. Mate, they're going to feel us today. We play our brand of football. What the thing?
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I'm playing around with it.
I like it, man. It's real inspiring and it's real on brand, you know.
Hey, I wanted
and I'm glad you picked schools.
Mentality, and it shows us talking about that mentality of grit. Now, listen, I know Manny, Juan, there's a lot of people in here who've been listening. We've been over the 2-hour mark, and I love this. That people are hard of hearing, right? I want y'all to acknowledge these hard of hearing people. Do y'all remember me saying anything like this? Did anybody hear me say anything like this?
Nope.
All right. So that one defeats that whole stupid narrative, right? Did anybody hear me say anything equivalent to this?
Nope.
And this is what happened when you love the player versus the team. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been on for 2 hours. I appreciate you for coming in, Juan. You still getting your workout on, brother.
Yeah.
He
Good show. Good show.
He definitely he's protein.
Hey, I'm in my mid-40s. I got to be in here.
Hey, listen. Hey, don't be telling your age, man. I thought you was at least 22. Stop playing. Look, we've been on for a minute. Y'all know me. I like to have fun with it. I plan on coming in tomorrow because I got to talk about this game against the Packers, and I want to get into detail about how I see us winning the game. I figured that the way we will win this game would be for us to really, you know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna let my man Midwest Lion jump in. That's what I'm gonna do. You ready, Midwest?
Do it.
All right, let's get it. Midwest, what up, though?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much. I want to let the people in, man. Cause I want to make the show about the people.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead, man. What you got for me, man? Because I listen. When you do come on, you come on. But I want to give you your chance to tell me what's your thoughts, man. What I say wrong? What you agree or disagree with, or what you just want to talk about?
Well, I was really impressed with we were talking about how we didn't use Jameer as much, in the previous couple games, obviously because David Montgomery was doing his thing. But they're saying that David Montgomery could play against the Packers, but I still think that they've kind of found something with him. I'm not saying he's going to be the bell cow. I'm pretty sure once Montgomery comes back healthy, they're probably going to run him probably 20, 30 times, probably 20 or so. But I mean, to your point about the screens, I'd say, where were the screens? I mean, they didn't run any screens. I don't know what's changed with Ben Johnson this year from last year, but it's almost like, last year it was like, take no prisoners, never say die, let's keep pounding the ball, even if Jamal Williams was one of the best short yardage backs there was. David Montgomery's clearly better. I mean, I think we can all agree there.
Better than who?
David Montgomery is better than Jamal Williams, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. I agree that he's better than Jamal Williams. I just think that his injury history has been suspect. This coming from a guy who really wanted us to keep running DeAndre Swift. I've had so many battles with Lions fans about DeAndre Swift, and all the Eagles have said is, he playing. Let me give him the ball some more.
Yeah, I saw. What was it the other night? He had 130 yards rushing, and I'm like, dang.
Good grief! Oh my God, we got a 4th round pick. I was not happy about that trade, by the way. I felt we should have held on to him. actually gave him some playing time. I know you had brought in this, the other guy. You could have had a 3-headed dragon. I wouldn't have cared, but I get it. You got something for him. I wouldn't, And
so while we're talking about, yeah, absolutely. So while we're talking about history repeating itself, I chimed in and I was like, hey man, Brian Branch is Benny Blades.
Brian Branch has been so lights out, bro, that like he's been so significant through these 3 games. Like if there was one consistent thing you could point out about the Lions in its totality, and it's him. He's been the most consistent player through 3 weeks to any Lion on the team. Any Lion.
Yeah, I mean, remember when you were during the summer when you were going through past Lions teams, like when we made the playoffs or when we made it to the championship game, and you're going through this and you're going through that. I was looking at that and I was going, dang, Brian Branch is Benny Blades. And then I was looking at the linebackers and I was like, I don't really see anybody yet. I mean, we all probably hope that Derek Barnes can become Pat Swilling, but obviously that's not happened yet. Chris Spielman, we hope, is Jack Campbell, but obviously, I mean, that's a really high bar to set.
Well, he took an 18th overall, so he's going to have to earn that spot. But I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
At the end of this year, I don't care what happens. Alex Anzalone has to go. You cannot convince me.
Barnes playing, man. He earning his keep, man.
Yeah, he playing.
Watch the stuff that Barnes does. Yeah.
Rodrigo isn't playing good.
And Barnes is taking it personal.
I can't talk about Enrod. You notice that there are certain people that Luke can't talk about. Can't talk about Hutch.
No, when you said they're targeting him, that was facts.
Like, man, they was picking on him. They like, oh, it's him out there. I'm like, yo, bro, what is this? Even when we had to start him, I'm like, dog, this is a joke. Enrod has been great. I'm like, he's meh.
He's a liability on passing downs for sure.
Matter of fact, all them people that was talking about Aaron Glenn, all them people that was talking about Aleem McNeil, all the people that was hyping up Malcolm Rodriguez.
What happened? Huh? Don't nobody know nothing? Come on now, everybody don't speak at once. Don't nobody know nothing? What up with this? Somebody got to know something was going on. See what I'm saying?
Where's all y'all people at? Where y'all at? Where's all you analytics, stat boy, fanboy, Enrod jocking people? Oh, Derek Barnes losing his spot. Where y'all people at? Where y'all at? Y'all been real quiet. I got receipts and names. I just ain't called them out yet. Where are you at? What happened? Don't nobody say nothing? Don't nobody know what happened? Where you at? See, this is what I'm talking about. Some people just love
trying to figure out how to use their
hell of it. Some people love to debate me for the hell of it. If you want to debate me, I'm down for it. Come prepared. Come prepared. Because I don't say things to be right in the moment. I tell you what I see, how I see it going down the stretch. I've been screaming about the defense for 3 seasons. Now all of a sudden we lose a game, everybody want to talk about the defense. Stop it. Where's my Enrod people at? Where they at? Don't nobody say everything at once. Where y'all at? Like I thought. See? I don't see them no more. They're not here. Yeah. But Midwest Lions, what else you got for me before we get up out of here, man? This is unbelievable. I cannot. It says,
yeah, I think that's about.
We gonna go with it. Kobe, I'm down for it. You know I love it. Bring it. Bring it on. Bring it on. Hit me up in Discord.
I did think that Tracy Walker.
You breaking up on me, Midwest. Would you say Tracy Walker did what?
I said I think I was very impressed.
Yeah, I think a lot of people was knocking Tracy Walker because they felt like, oh, he should have had those interceptions. Well, a lot of people should have did a lot of things over this few weeks. However, I just look at it like they passed broke ups and
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, they didn't get it. You know,
Even if he has strong hands, I mean, at least in position to make a play.
I already know. You know what? Shout out to Daryl Thompson for this. He says lose to Green Bay and the AG Chalk will pick up again for sure. I know. They want easy answers. But the 2 games we won because of defense, and the game we lost because of defense. And that's just the facts. That's just the facts. Shout out to my man Midwest for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Let me get the final thoughts of everybody. Juan, I'm starting off with you with the final thoughts, then we go to Minnie. But yeah, I already know they waiting on it. I've been telling everybody that, listen, the players are not executing. That's the problem. They got to execute better. All right. Oh, wait, Midwest Lions back. Let me see if I get him. Midwest, I'm going to bring you in for the final thoughts. Give me your final thoughts, brother.
I would have to say that this is one of the most important games already early in the season. We have to go into Lambeau and take care of business. We have to. Where there is no ifs, ands, or buts. We got to go in and prove that we deserve to stomp them off the field. Because, in my opinion, Detroit is way better. So we got to come and show it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You ain't gonna get no argument out of me on that. 100%. Manny, get the people your final thoughts before we get up out of here.
All right, final thoughts. Offensive wise, I'm confident now with Laporta breaking out. I think he's a real weapon. Defense, I mean, I just don't want to see Jordan Love have a good game. That's it. Other than that, yeah.
All right. Look, I mean, like I said, for me, people, you know me. This is a good win for the Lions. Anytime they win, I'm happy. I'm excited, especially when you can see it as a team win, where there are so many facets that do it. I love when people step up big time and help us win. Like Brian Branch did. That was huge. My new name for him is Brian Branch, aka Nightcrawler. He's everywhere. Even when you think he's not next to you, he was there. Okay. This is the kind of win that we want, but there are some things we got to work on. We got to get that play calling more aggressive on offense. Defensively, we got to be more consistent. Okay, we got to take this and feed off of this. I'm not expecting you to have another 7-sack day, but 2 or 3 more with some pass breakup and some uncomfortable situations that result in negative plays. I want to see that. Oh, and one more thing to the fans, please don't send me nothing else talking about no damn pressures. Unless you can tell me how many of them pressures came and started, and started out on the, your pressure started out with a negative play. I don't want to hear about it. I don't. Take this pro football focus stuff on somewhere. I don't want to hear it. All right. You know me. I can't end the show unless I do it on a positive note. Today's positive quote comes from the internet because I don't know who said this. I don't know who said it, but I love what it was. It's simple. BYOB. Build your own bridge. Every piece that you going to put in front of you is going to be done through your hard work, your dedication, your conviction, your discipline. Build your own bridge. Step yourself up one notch and make the bridge so sturdy that not only can you cross it, but your friends can cross it. Your family can cross it. Your next generation can cross it. Your grandkids can cross it. They get so enamored with your bridge that they want to keep improving upon the bridge. They allowing things to cross this bridge that they didn't know it can be able to be possible to be crossed. This is a simple message. It's something about us that we seem to always want to find the easy way out and give up. Giving up doesn't make you better. Pushing forward does. Failure is not a setback because people seem to think that denied means that you are no longer granted access. No. You can deny me right now. I'm just going to find another way to get in the door. You can challenge me in this moment to do something different, but I'm going to keep showing up because I got a bridge to build. I got bricks to lay. I got people behind me that need foundational work, and I can't have you not letting me make the foundation work. All I'm asking you to do is challenge yourself to be better than you've ever been before. Challenge yourself to be stronger than you've ever been stronger before. And when you're done building that bridge, go and look on the other end and wish me a little bit of love and admiration and ask me to come over and see what you've done. I'm going to jump up and down on that bridge. I'm going to celebrate that bridge. I'm going to talk about that bridge from the mountaintops. I'm going to promote that bridge. And then when that's all said and done, I'm going to come up and I'm going to hug you. And I'm going to tell you, I don't have to know you to tell you, I'm proud of you. You gave an example for what I could be, even if I fall short. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am out.